Okay, so we're back down here on the farm. It's Friday evening, Friday afternoon. It's cloudy. It's been raining a little bit here and there, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Tomorrow's a better chance of rain. But it's warmed up. Last weekend it was in the teens on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, I forget which. It was cold all weekend, and so I set traps and everything. Caught one raccoon, lost a raccoon. Nothing on the rabbits. Something did set off one of the traps that I had set for a rabbit, the little cage trap. I think it was probably something that was too big to get in the trap, probably a raccoon. So I tripped the traps and left them for this week, so they're already here. And so I'm gonna reset them and rebait them, and I'm gonna put a camera on them. This is just El Cheapo Wild Game Innovations camera, but hopefully they've actually been fairly dependable for me. None of them are 100%. I don't care what brand you buy. So I've probably invested a couple $1,000s over the years in Browning cameras, and I swear by them, they're really good cameras, and I like them because they have audio. But I cannot complain about one of them, because the newest one I have is about 7 years old, and it still works somewhat. What happens is they'll stop recording video at night, or they'll just start taking pictures only and no video, and you can't do anything with them. They don't give you any firmware to upload to the cameras or any of that kind of thing. So if you get 4 or 5 years out of a camera you paid $150 for, that's pretty good. The oldest one that I had, I think is either 11 or 12 years old now, and I kept it out here working every day from the day I bought it till basically a year ago. And that camera worked flawlessly up until the last 2 or 3 months that it was out here. And it was one of the older ones that takes 8 batteries, and it recorded the best audio of any game camera I've had. But these smaller, cheaper cameras don't get audio at all. I wish they did, but right now this is what I got to work with. And because I've got my other ones, my working Brownings that do get audio, I've got placed different places on the farm. So we're gonna strap this one to the feeder here and do the same thing at the other feeder, and hopefully we might catch some of the action. But I'm not making any promises. So last weekend I had issues. We lost a raccoon. I said, what else went wrong? Well, when I started editing the videos and everything, one of my video editors, for some reason, when I brought my video clips in, there was no audio. I started freaking out. I was like, well, I'm going to have to do a voiceover or something, which I could do. But I decided to try it in the professional version of that same editor, and lo and behold, there was audio there. What I had to do is bring them into one and export them out of it so I could bring it into the one I actually wanted to do my work in, and that's how I got it straightened out. So we got backup today, and I need to be doing that all the time. I've got an audio recorder in my pocket here and a lavalier mic. I need to start using that all the time so that there's always backup for my audio. I've had a couple of videos that I did where I absolutely had no audio. So anyway, we're gonna get this stuff set up, and y'all ride along with me. But ain't no marshmallows laying around here left from last week, so something must have come in here and got them. Hopefully we got a couple, 2 or 3 raccoons coming in here that are trying to looking for some more marshmallows. We're liable to have one raccoon caught twice. Maybe, let's move that one over here a little bit farther. Alright, them two set, so on to the next one. All right. Every deer that walks in here will notice this camera has been moved. Every one of them. That I guarantee. So, right here we're at the scene of a couple of previous crimes. When I first started back trapping about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. Ever how long it's been. There's a video of it on the channel. First rabbit that I caught was right here. And I caught 1 or 2 more right here too. There's a rabbit down here, or there was a rabbit down here the last 2 years that I was wanting to catch. I think he went in the trap a couple times and I didn't get him. I called him the broke-eared rabbit. He got a chunk gone out of one of his ears. I want to catch him. Of course, I don't know if he's still alive or not. Bad as the coyotes are around here. Old box traps will usually catch pretty good, but this is not the same design that I used to use when I was younger. And I think what I'm going to do here before the next season rolls around, I think what I'm going to do is build some of the style that I used to use. I really think they catch better. I think they've got a better trigger mechanism on them than this does with the wire in there. They're similar to the ones with the cage trap. They're real similar to that. They got a plate inside. You build it with a plate inside it that your rabbit steps on when he goes in. So I think that's a more dependable design. What I usually do is try to make a little barrier over this thing to keep them from getting up on top of it, because they will. Let me see if I can find something. You got to be careful to make sure you don't get it where it's going to interfere with the trap. Hopefully if we catch anything, we'll get some footage this time. So that's what I'm shooting for. So y'all keep watching, and I will be back tomorrow to check these traps. Alright, so I'm down here at the last set, the rabbit box, and it was tripped. So, and something's eat all the bait that I put out around. So I'm hoping that this little camera, I hope it was working. It was foggy last night, so that remains to be seen. But anyway, we'll pull the card and check it, and we'll see, and we're going to rebait, see if we can figure out what that was. So y'all keep watching. We'll get it. I had forgotten all about the fog that was supposed to roll in when I set all this up, but we'll see. If something came in really early, it might have gotten some clear footage. So we'll just have to pull the camera and see. I'm gonna rebait. We'll see what happens for tomorrow. Well, I want you to look. We have us a rabbit. Sure do. Okay, so we're over here at the first rabbit set where I used a little cage trap, and we've got us a rabbit. Got us a cottontail. I got a camera sitting right there, but I'm afraid it might be a little bit too high. Probably should have set that thing right down at ground level, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll see him get caught. So now I've got the chore of getting him out of that cage without losing him. Because believe me, they'll run right up the cage, up your arm, over your shoulder, and be gone before you know what's happened if you ain't careful. So we're going to try to get a hold of him and calm him down. Of course, if he gives me too much trouble, I got old Painless on my hip here. I can't put him to sleep. Got to be really, really careful here. But that rabbit, hold on now. Get him like that right there. That's probably an average cottontail for around here. They ain't usually real big. They sure are some good eating though. Ain't no wonder that everything in the woods wants to eat one of them, including old Danny. So hopefully we got some footage on here of him going in, getting caught. I hope. We'll see. So we'll see what we got. But it just goes to show you how much they love an apple, because that rabbit got caught and he still ate the apple, both pieces of that apple that was in that trap. So they don't look like they're real upset when you find them like that. They're rabbits like a tight confined place anyway. That's why they're that's why they'll go into a box trap, because they just like that kind of thing. Alright, so we got us one rabbit this morning. We got one more, we still got the box trap to go down there and check. No raccoons. Hopefully we got footage on here. I hope I didn't have it sitting too high above the ground. I hope that thing's got a wide enough view that it picked him up getting caught in there. I hope so. So we'll run down here and check the other trap and see if maybe we got another rabbit. And hopefully we don't have a possum in there, because there was one down there not before last, as you probably saw, and I hope he ain't causing me no grief today. Still sitting right there. Apple still right there in the door, and there's 2 or 3 pieces on the ground there that I threw down. Okay, so it's Sunday morning. We're down here at the second set. Caught one rabbit in the cage trap. I don't have any extra SD cards with me. I only have about 50 of them. And of course they're at the house. Or I would change the one out in that camera that I had on the cage trap, and I'd make another set with it. This box trap, where it's sitting, truck's right here, you know, I can drive right here to it and see whether I've gotten anything or not. And I could easily set my cage trap right here close by and do the same thing, and I can just run this extra mile from my house and run down here and check them in the afternoon after work. Got enough light now after work to take care of it if I've got something in one of them. So we're going to leave this one set, and maybe we'll get something else in the next day or two here. And when I come back down here this afternoon for some other business, I may just bring the other trap down here and go ahead and set it up too. So anyway, we didn't catch any raccoons. Nothing touched any of those sets this weekend. I don't have as many of them in here as what I used to have, which is a good thing. But trust me, there's still raccoons here. I could catch one right here more than likely without any problem. But not real worried about that. We got one in the freezer. Probably catch 1 or 2 more before the season's out, if I keep trapping. And I like to have a couple of rabbits each season, and I'm happy. I'm not a hardcore trapper. I just like to mess with it a little bit and keep the raccoon numbers down a little bit and catch a couple rabbits to eat. So that's all it's about, and make a little video for you guys to enjoy, I hope. So if you get anything out of it that you like, how about hit that thumbs up down there. I'm not going to hound you about subscribing to the channel. You're going to do that if you want, and if you don't, you're not going to. So I appreciate everybody who watches the videos. I really appreciate the ones who have subscribed to the channel. You're helping it grow, and I hope it'll continue to do so. So anyway, I do appreciate it, and until you see me in the next one, which hopefully won't be very long, there you go.